Cup is going to be happening in less than 150 days. What's the noise you've heard about the World Cup, other than the fact that there's going to be a verdict concerning Nigeria?
Exactly. I haven't heard any noise about the World Cup, which is strange actually.
Yeah.
But you can also understand probably
because
most
where it's
Nigerians
happening.
are always feeling first where it's happening, the US and the political issues happening over there, and also on our own part as well. Probably most Nigerians are already giving up.
I'm not sure Nigerians have given up.
Nigerians are not.
You need to see the number of Nigerians that were online from 12 noon yesterday, waiting to see what the verdict is going to be like.
So until NFF raised that issue of okay, Nigeria still have a chance, laying that complaint as well. After the match against the DR Congolese when we lost, I feel most Nigerians are already, their mind are off that Nigeria will be going for the next World Cup.
No backdoor entrance.
No backdoor entrance. So we are just giving this
lifeline.
I call it this false hope. It's actually crazy though.
All right, still talking football on the old front this morning, especially with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's now been said that the Super Eagles will be playing a friendly against the Jordan national team, but this is still subject to whatever verdict that comes out soon. That's concerning the Super Eagles World Cup qualification. There's also been said there is a friendly with Iran also on the line, as well as a friendly also on the line between Nigeria and also Portugal. A couple of friendlies been lined up for the Super Eagles of Nigeria right there. But all of these are definitely dependent on whatever the verdict of the FIFA committee is for later today. Talking football on the home front this morning, it's been said that the Marseille side, Olympic Marseille, are also looking around the Super Eagles head coach Eric Sekochele. Looks like this is not a partnership that will last a long time.
Like this news is actually not living. It's actually not going anywhere.
Started with Tunisia.
Yeah. Now Olympic Marseille are coming. Even their new president over there is also talking about it, like looking in the direction of a Richard. Like at this point in time, and the NFF on the other hand are actually saying they are ready to.
You know why I'm not all that bothered about this, because Eric Chell is Franco-Malian.
Exactly.
He has the France origin too. So I feel like he's more like an easy option for him if he ever wants to switch to club football. Mr. K.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
And good morning to our listeners. Yes, Eric Chell. I think if you are a coach that you actually get a Super Eagles job, definitely your CV already top notch. Like Super Eagles, you actually boost your CV no matter where it is in the world. True. That's the first one. Then now look at the way Nigeria's performed in the last AFCON. You see that they even. I was thinking that the style he was playing is not really meant for national football. It was suited for football,
club football.
So I think that's what the president in the Marseille, that's what they saw. That we can bring this guy, and we are hearing that they want to give him like a 4-month contract.
Yeah,
that to the end of the season, that we can actually qualify them for the Champions League, and maybe for the next 4 months and win the Copa del League. Yeah. That is if PSG is not there, because we all know that PSG is a powerhouse in that France in the French Ligue 1. So I think he has covered himself in glory, and that's why everybody is actually looking for him. He himself was trying to say that okay, one day I would coach Real Madrid. So it shows, and I want him to actually because this is his time. So let him enjoy it, let him catch out at this time, because it's the realm of the moment at this moment. So that's what happened. So Eric Chell to me. And another thing is that NFF didn't even do they didn't do the good thing after the AFCON, because they saw that his contract remained 1 more year.
They want him to run it down.
They want him to run it down.
NFL, we know what they are doing. So originally, they want to pursue the man. But, they know that if they try that, Nigerians are noisy.
Yes. The issue is the Nations Cup target that they set for him.
Yeah, he
surpassed it. So it's not easier for them to Nigeria will be on their neck. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So this is the quote that has brought out the best football that we've ever watched in a long while. So you can understand that NFF also they're trying to just play it safe.
Now they are not playing safe, because now this is going to haunt them now, because Olympic Marseille is the biggest team in the friendly gun. Forget PSG's money. Yeah. Yes, they are the biggest team in the world. So if he actually has that on his CV, definitely is going to boost.
That Real Madrid
job is actually coming. Well, so it's NFF that caused the problem for themselves, and because I think after that,
do you think the NFF should swift into action and maybe just extend his contract?
It's too late. It's too late. And another goal I'm looking at, maybe him actually is even actually waiting for the FIFA verdict too. That maybe if Nigeria is going to qualify, because if you look at it, he has not said anything. Everybody has just been hearing a rumor, speculation from behind. But we actually know that he went, he has a meeting with the French, the Olympic Marseille president last week. So we know something is going on behind the scenes. So I'm very sure that NFF they are on the hot seats now. They don't know what they do, because Nigeria is actually going to come for them if he actually leaves Nigeria and went to Olympic Marseille. Or maybe he can actually coach the club and country together. Who knows?
I've not seen that happen in recent time.
Yeah,
coaching the club and country.
Yes,
there can always be a first time.
Indik and when he was with Chelsea and Russia national team that time, so he has done it. Then coach of CSK Moscow, I've forgotten his name, did it the same thing with a Russian national team. So
I think since it's just Russian national team, I want to cut them some slack right there. But I mean, of course, in most times when I see such thing happen, it's either you transition from a club to a country. We've seen it happen with the likes of Julian Nagelsmann. We've seen it happen with all this other the Netherlands coach too. We've also seen it happen with the likes of Roberto Martinez too. They have to leave a club before you go to, or you come from a country to join a club. Yes. I understand that, but you taking both jobs at the same time.
That time, as you've said, that time it might be easy for them to do, but at this moment, for our upcoming Gen Z coach now, it's not going to be easy for them.
And also for the number of matches
they are playing. So that's why it's not going to. But who knows? Let's see what is going to happen.
Let's see what is definitely going to be happening right there. Still talking about football and also coaches. Before we move on, there's been a bit of talks about Jurgen Klopp with Manchester United and also Chelsea in recent times. Even his manager Mark has also come out to say that there was a couple of approaches from both Chelsea and also from Chelsea and Manchester United for Jurgen Klopp. Don't forget that he's been out of managerial since 2024. But then, do you see him coming back to the dugout, not at Anfield, but Stamford Bridge or Old Trafford?
You see, as a football person, as a coach, he's doing very well with Red Bulls as a sporting director. But if you are a coach, no matter how it is, you still want to be around that coaching weekly football. You understand? Look at what Arsene Wenger is doing. After has to be in the FIFA disciplinary committee or council, but we still see him go to one watch match. It shows that those guys cannot play football, no matter how it is. They are coach, they are used to this and everything. So if he myself, that's Jurgen Klopp, has not come out and said, I want to actually venture into this, because what he said last year was that it's enjoying the Red Bull. That what he's even doing is even more than being a coach or being on the dugout. But we know that it might be possible for him to come out and say, and it was Real Madrid that has been looking for him. That even it was Real Madrid speculation that came out first that they want him to come and coach the what they call it, the Real Madrid team. But now Manchester United is coming in, and we heard that Chelsea is coming. Liverpool too are still in the talks too. So let's wait and see what's going to happen.
Let's definitely wait and see how that one is going to pan out for Jurgen Klopp. Of course, just like you rightly mentioned, if you ask me, I also say that he's enjoying life right there with Red Bull. Plenty of talks on this show this morning. Don't forget, this is Sporting the Jiffy 17th Radio 102.1 FM. Still talking football before we go straight into other sports. Let's go brand straight into the Spanish La Liga. I mean, we're on the short yesterday, and we're talking about this particular game between Barcelona and Girona, talking about what they need to do, because it feels like Real Madrid they are neck and neck on them right now, and we saw how that one happened. 58 minutes goal that was the decider in that game. Whatever it is that happened in the game, the scoreline is what you are looking for, and ended 2-1 in favor of Girona. Some people say maybe it's because it's a derby, then it's definitely a game that should live up to the expectation.
Barcelona players are tired. Forget about the injury.
But the coach is also playing. The coach is also obsessed with I-line.
That's why I'm going to. The players are tired. I don't think he's supposed to be using that tactics all the time, especially when you know that you want to play a match that is very crucial, because that is the match was very crucial to them, because Real Madrid has gone ahead of them with 2 points on Saturday, and you need to win this match. So why can't you just try and balance this team? Look for the tactics that make sure that we have to win this game at all costs, not your I-line tactics that you have been playing. Look at it, Jose Kounde now. Anybody that goes to Jose Kounde now, know what is going to be the end of the end of the result with the winger and Jose Kounde. So everybody actually just know what they are going to do against them to mirror that line. Just having 2 good wingers and a good midfielder that can actually send the ball to the flanks and run at their defense. That's what they are doing. And yesterday you see that those guys are tired. Forget the fact that the VAR is supposed to come back and look at that goal, but they didn't cover themselves in glory to yesterday because they are tired.
They definitely did not cover themselves in glory. I ended 2-1, 24 matches played already. Real Madrid 60 points, Barcelona 58 points. How do you see the Spanish La Liga ending this season?
I think at this point, each team is going to have their own dip in form. I think it's the turn of Barcelona.
They will always drop a stinker.
Exactly. And the template Girona used yesterday was handed to them by Atletico Madrid. It was straight. They actually
They
know
saw
what
it.
they saw it, and kudos to them also. They took their chances as well. So many teams have carved that Barcelona, that defense as well, but failed to take their chance. But for yesterday, it was a good one for Girona, and how is going to Real Madrid actually getting their players back from injury, like of Trent over the weekend, Rudiger,
Even
Cavalla also. So at this point in time, is who need it most.
And even Barca got Rafinha back, it trimmed right into the frame, but it didn't end.
I think he panicked. He rushed him to
exactly. He was rushed as well coming back from that.
So the pressure was getting to them. That's why he started Rafinha yesterday.
Because he knew they needed a win.
They needed the win, and they were giving penalty as well, and Yamal actually missed that penalty.
Yamal did.
And if you look at their conversion rate this season, they have not been converting their penalties very well this season. It's not good.
In Euro top 5 league, I think Barcelona are part of the team that have missed most of the penalties this season. Exactly. So it's not as if they are not getting it, but they are not converting it as well.
All right, still taking talks coming from the world of football on the show this morning. Sport in the Jiffy on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Let's go make a stop right there in the English Premier League before we go talk about the FA Champions. Don't forget our matches will be resuming today for the playoffs. Let's talk about the English FA Cup. Yesterday night it was Brentford who finally ended the Silkmen's run in the FA Cup, putting them where they are supposed to be. They are in the 6th tier, but they seem to be punching above their weight. And now we've seen the draw for the FA Cup 5th round. The likes of Newcastle United up against Manchester City. That was one game to most definitely look forward to.
Yes, because that if anybody that win that game is actually going to win the cup. Because if you look at
what about Arsenal? Because Arsenal is playing what's it called again? Chelsea is playing Wrexham.
Arsenal just to play Wrexham, that's the way. Then Arsenal is playing one small team. The team that beats Burnley. That's
Salford.
No, Macclesfield.
Okay, Mansfield. Sorry, that beat Burnley. They're playing them. Yes, they are playing them. So that's the walkover for Arsenal. Don't let us disturb ourselves. I'm just trying to point the fact that you said anybody that wins between Newcastle United and
because that's going to be a tough game.
More like the final.
Like the final. We are seeing the final before the final. So and if you actually scale through from that match, it shows that you can actually win the FA Cup.
The FA Cup.
Yes.
Well, we already know that by this time next month we know the teams that will be in the next round of the English FA Cup. Away from that, right about now, let's quickly go straight into the UEFA Champions League with a couple of matches that will be happening later today. Benfica right there will be hosting Real Madrid, as well as Galatasaray hosting Juventus, and a double, should I say, an all-Ligue 1 affair between Monaco.
Yeah.
It's
going to be a cracker because Monaco has in the league. Monaco beat them in the league this season. They has beaten them by 1-0. And recently, PSG, they lost their last match against Rennes yesterday. Against Rennes on Sunday. So it shows that they are not really in form like PSG are not really in form like that. And this is the first time that two of them is going to be meeting in Champions League. Do you understand? Yeah. So it shows that PSG are not really in form. Because if you look at the way they have been winning their match, apart from beating the Marseille 5-0, they are not being that spectacular. Because in Champions League, we won the match against Newcastle. Newcastle was supposed to have beaten them hands down. Game, they are still missing some key players through injuries and all those things. In fact, the keeper they actually got for them to sell before they sell Donnarumma to Man City has not been in the goalpost for like 6-7 matches. They are using a second goalkeeper. So it shows that there is something going in that team at the moment. But as it is a Champions Champions League, different from the league.
Yes.
So Monaco they are informed right at the moment too. So let us see what is going to happen at the end of the match today.
Let's see how that one is going to pan out.
I think this is a familiar foe, and the Champions League is actually a different kettle of fish entirely. So I probably feel PSG is going to come with their A game at this point. It's also happened last season. They went through this route as well. And guess who they play? They play against another team from the French league as well. And we know how that ended as well. So it's the same route for PSG at this point. And playing against Monaco, they will understand that this is the Champions League, not the French League one at this point in time. And the player are expected to come with their A games as well.
Juventus, after the outbreak from the Coppa, the Derby Italia over the weekend, that's more like an outbreak for them. But they go straight into this game against Galatasaray. Galatasaray, you know that most times in the Champions League, you can reckon with them as giant slayers, especially when they are playing at home.
Yes, Juventus have never beaten Galatasaray at home in any UEFA competition cup
the
at
Rams.
all. The Rams, they're not beating them at all. So it shows that this game is going to be a team to watch for, because and if you look at it, Juventus have only won one match for the past 5 matches they've been playing. So we see the improvements in their playing, but they're not getting results. When they get to the final, third, they are not clinical. Do you understand? But we are seeing improvement from what they have been playing before they sack this Igor. Yeah, you understand. So we see the improvements. But going to Galatasaray, that they are in form. They scored 5 goals during the weekend in the last match, and Osimhen did not even score one of it. So it shows that this shows that those guys are blazing at the moment. And for the fact that from the history that Juventus have never beaten them in that their stadium. It shows that it's going to be a different game entirely tonight.
Different game entirely, and we're most definitely looking forward to it. Other matches that will be happening. Real Madrid are a wounded lion, and they travel to Benfica.
For Real Madrid, like you said, a wounded lion.
They are wounded.
And first, they were actually wounded by this same Benfica team at this point. And at this point, I feel on their mind is going to be a revenge mission. The lion is actually getting better, it's getting healed.
But revenge does not usually end well.
And exactly,
yes.
that's it.
So if you look at what Jose Mourinho is saying, he's saying that he's actually putting pressure back on Real Madrid. He's saying especially from Benfica. He said they are wounded kings. So, but Madrid they're in top form right now. Forget about it, and everything is clicking for them. The players that have been on the injury list are coming back. If you look at, I was telling AY yesterday that assist from Arnold, it's a top notch. It's cool. So, and you can see Valverde is now playing in its rightful position, close to the attacking position. Then it shows that they are in form, and they are having their players coming back for them. So Benfica might not have it easy like they have it in the group stage with this one, because Real Madrid are looking for they want to devour them today.
Okay, most definitely they will be looking to devour them, but just like you also mentioned, it's going to be a very defining moment for both Alvaro Arbeloa and also Real Madrid tonight, because the only loss he suffered so far since he took the job of Real Madrid has been against this Benfica side.
Yes.
So he will not be looking to make it too...
No, against on the Copa del Rey.
The Copa del Rey he also lost.
Okay, he lost on the Copa del Rey as well. But of course, he's won 6 of his past 7 matches. So, I want to reckon with him, but don't forget that his name is still written in pencil. So I'm not sure if he does not make it out of this particular point, they might have to start going even before the end of the season.
And for Real Madrid, Alvaro can end up winning the La Liga, and his job is not guaranteed.
Yes, that's Real Madrid
that
for
bad.
Because they need a top level manager.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because at this point, the reason why the players are actually enjoying him, one, is not because of his reputation. Second, because he came in as an interim manager, and the players need to cover the same in glory, because everybody have been saying that it was not even the major fault was not from Xabi Alonso. It's just because he was not able to know how to do the man management. So the players need to cover themselves in glory. That's why he might win the La Liga, because they want to prove a point. And that's why it will be a boost for Arbeloa too. But even if he win La Liga and Champions League, they will still not go to. They might not give him the job, because Madrid is a team that wants their coach to be there. Not just ordinary. Because at the first match, he looked lost. If you look at the match, he was looking lost, doesn't know what to do. But the player actually coming for him and like, well, look, you have to do this for you, or we have to do this for ourselves, so that the people will not be talking again, pointing figures or that you are the one that caused all of these things that happen. So I believe he's doing very well. Just that he knows how to do the man management. Allow those guys to play very well. Not too much of rigid formation. Just express yourself when you are at the final third and just be clinical. That's all.
Make sure you are clinical. Of course, other matches that will be happening in the UEFA Champions League, we'll be seeing them happen tomorrow. With likes of Olympiacos up against Bayern Leverkusen, Club Brugge will be up against Atletico Madrid, Bordeaux Glimt will be up against Inter Milan, Karabakh will be hosting Newcastle United. Some of the big games to look forward to this weekend. This midweek, I beg your pardon, no weekend right now. Quickly, before we wrap up the show this morning, there's a bit of magic that is happening in the Scottish Premier League, and that's talking about Hearts. Over the last 40 years, the league has been won either between Celtic or Rangers. But this team now, with 11 games to go, they are currently top of the log with 57 points.
But yes, this thing has been. Everybody knows that when it comes to Rangers, especially in Scotland, it's either Rangers or Celtic. Even before, it used to be only Celtic alone, because I think they've gone to win the league for almost
4 times in a row now.
10 times in a row. Do you understand? Before Rangers came in, the Rangers of Gerrard came in and break the jinx. Then they won actually 4 in a row. But if you look at it from the last season, you have seen that there is a little bit of improvement in their league. Just that they were, if you look at it very well, some teams have been performing very well. That's Hearts and Aberdeen. They have been performing very well since last season. Do you understand? So this is we are not really surprised that this is happening.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like this is like the worst start to the season for Celtic and Rangers.
Yes, and we can see it, and it shows that there is a level of in the quality of the Rangers team and Celtic team. There's level of what they call it, like they are going down. The quality that they have reduced, the quality that they used to have, those quality players they used to have, is no more there. And look at it, the Rangers have changed coaches. Celtic changes coaches, brought back an interim manager, the 70-year-old, which is just another coach of 70 years old that have retired. They bring in one coach which doesn't last for like 7 games. They sacked him. They have to go and bring back that 70-year-old, which is the former Aston Villa manager. Yeah, that's what it is right now. So it shows that the level of the quality, the growth of quality in Celtic and Rangers has reduced completely.
So at this point, we are talking about Hearts actually winning this league. It shows that how Rangers and Celtic are falling off as well. In some seasons also, they might be this bad, but one of them will end up winning the league. And kudos to Hearts as well. They are taking advantage of this. At some point, they were about 7 to 5 points ahead of both Rangers and
look at it.
But this is
another thing. This is where the experience might comes in, because if you look at it, between Hearts and Celtic is 2 points. Between Hearts and Rangers is like it's 4 points. 4 points. Yeah. So this is when we are going to see what is going to happen if Hearts can be able to withstand the pressure from these two teams, because no matter how it is, you can't write those two teams off. It's not, because you can't write them off. So now they need to see if Hearts have they can withstand the pressure, because two of them are going to put pressure on them. Assuming it's just only one team, we might say Hearts might run away with the league, but it's just two of them, and that point is very small. So we can't write them off. Anything can happen.
And over the weekend, Rangers took on Hearts and they defeated that by 4 goals to 2.
4 goals to 2.
Hope that one also derailed their momentum at this point in time also.
Okay.
So good one for Hearts. Hopefully they can shake that defeat off and continue. I actually want to see another team win the Scottish Premier League.
It was boring. It was boring. That be a team to win for 10 straight league
wins.
That's too much, man.
To wrap up the show,
league, man.
To wrap up the show this morning, was Anthony Wanderers will be hosting Arsenal tomorrow at about 9 p.m. Nigerian time. One game for Mikel Arteta to also show us that yes, we really do mean business, because they are playing against the rock bottom team in the English Premier League. Though a couple of injuries for Mikel Arteta's side, but this should be one of those statement wins.
See, they have to win, and they must win. We're reason because of what is happening, like the close gap, and the team they are even playing. So, if as a champion that wants to win the league, as a team that wants to win the league, if you cannot beat Wolves, then what are you doing there at this point in time? And see, forget. I used to tell you, AY, that forget the fact that someone is injured in Arsenal team. Yeah. See, there is one replacement on the ground already. They have the second team. They have the second best team in England. So if anybody is injured now, forget another person is coming to come and replace. I was going to do better because it's like everybody's fighting for shit now. Exactly. Do you understand? So you see now that we are talking about Saka yesterday. Saka, in fact, he's not more the star boy in the team now. Yeah. So a lot is going on in that, and that anybody can just come in. Zubimendi that is a blocking for is scoring goals. Declan Rice is scoring goals. So it shows that anybody can come in and get the job done.
Most definitely.
So at this point, I don't think Arsenal did any emphatic with at this point. They just need to
get it done.
Get over the line. So it's that. Even if it's 1-0, you get the 3 points. That's the most important thing. Because at this point, I feel it's no longer what happens on the pitch. This league is about mentality at this point. It's more of psychology at this point. So no team needs a emphatic win at this point. Get the 3 points and go home. It's as simple as that. You are playing against Wolf or you are playing the person those at the top in the top 4 as well. You just need the 3 points at this point because you have Man City breathing down your neck.
If it's important though, when Manchester still want to beat you, they will beat you like hands down.
I'm talking about Arsenal now, right? Because where they are,
that's what I'm saying. They've seen it
at this point, the mentality is. This is where their mental strength will be tested.
It's been tested.
Exactly. So
and it's that it's in February.
That's we are actually in February, which is actually that time of the year.
on how to do the elephant at the top.
And see, if Arsenal actually win the league,
I'll be happy for them.
We don't let us to
the streets will hear it. Even the bets in the sky will know that Arsenal has won the English Premier League. Sports in the Jiffy on Hyper Radio 102.1 FM. Many times everyone has been a part of the show. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. down to the flip side of 10. Major props to the guys in the studio for also joining on the show today. Ayodele Ajiboye is signing out this morning. On behalf of Serial and Mr. K, I'll do also join us same time tomorrow. Don't forget that the fun never stops on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. We are the station that promises and always delivers your number one urban lifestyle station. Stay with us as the Morning Impact Show continues. Go out there, be the best version of yourself. And don't forget to be kind, because kindness is cool. I'll see you when I see you once again. Bye.
High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid